There are more pieces to a DNS message still. You will have to construct answers and deal with some additional information. It turns out that these last three pieces all use the same shape. We're not going to go into the details very much here, but there's some name and a type to say what type of information is being sent back. Um, and although you mostly only need to worry about answers, it turns out you'll also need to accept any additional information with type 41 and copy that as part of your reply. These RFCs have a lot of detail in them. Just work through the detail only as it seems that it's relevant to you. It turns out this is one that you might not know is relevant. Otherwise, Dig will not pay attention or not recognize the reply that you give it back from your server. There is one last catch, which is we saw that www.cs.utah.edu was part of the message. DNS wants to keep messages very small, and often pieces of names or whole names appear multiple times in a question or answer. To avoid repeating that information, whenever you might write a name with this 3, 2, 4, 3 kind of pattern, instead of a number like 3 that tells you how long it is, if the top 2 bits are set and what would otherwise be a length byte, then instead the remaining 14 bits, correspond to an offset into the packet where you get a replacement to put instead of having the name right there. So you will need to worry about this compression scheme both to understand some messages that your server gets and to use it in replies that you send back out. The assignment will point you to some resources that you will find handy for your homework. So RFC 1035, as we were looking at a little bit. 2929 includes some information about some of the things that have to be implemented these days in a DNS server. So that's where the that's where the type 41 information comes from. You will be writing in Java, so you will need to use the datagram packet class, just like we were using, and the datagram socket class, just like we were using. You may also find the byte buffer class useful for taking bytes and reading 16-byte numbers from them.